Imagine you're waiting for your exam result. You don't know if it's good news or bad. Nothing has happened yet, but your heart is already beating faster. You refresh the page. Nothing. You refresh it again. Still nothing. And that's when your mind takes over. What if I fail? What if I didn't do well enough? What am I going to do if this goes wrong? You're anxious about a result that hasn't even come out yet. Here's the strange part. Your brain can turn "I don't know" into "something is wrong" without a single real fact. Psychologists have a name for this: intolerance of uncertainty. Think about how much of your life you actually don't know. Will you get the job? Will the relationship work out? Will the business survive? Will there be enough money later in life? Will the test report be normal? Was today's decision the right one? We don't just live with uncertainty. We live inside it every single day. And our mind keeps trying to escape it. We predict, we overthink, we replay conversations that are already over. We look for signs that were never really signs. We imagine futures that don't exist yet. We ask, but what if? And the moment we answer that, another what if shows up right behind it. This is the exact point where uncertainty turns into worry. Intolerance of uncertainty isn't just feeling a little uneasy when you don't know something. It's when not knowing feels dangerous, threatening, almost unbearable. Some people can sit with "I don't know" quite easily. For them, it sounds like, let's see what happens. For others, it sounds like, I don't know what will happen, and I need to know right now. That one difference can completely change how life feels. So here's the real question. Why does simply not knowing bother us so much? Because uncertainty makes it hard for your brain to predict what's coming. Your brain's whole job is to make sense of things and prepare you for what's next. When something is predictable, your brain can prepare for it and relax. But when it's uncertain, there isn't one future to prepare for. There are many. So your mind starts imagining all of them. Some are harmless, some are even good, and some are scary. What if I lose everything? What if something happens to someone I love? What if I simply fail? Predicting the future is normal. That's not the problem. The problem starts when not knowing itself starts to feel like the danger. Interestingly, this doesn't always look like worrying. Sometimes it looks like nonstop preparing. You keep researching, you keep checking, you keep asking people to reassure you. You try to remove every risk before you allow yourself to decide. That's one side of it, trying to control the future by predicting everything. But there's another side. Sometimes uncertainty doesn't make you prepare, it makes you freeze. You delay the decision, you avoid the situation, you simply don't act because you don't know what will happen if you do. So the same uncertainty can push people in two opposite directions. I need to know everything before I move, or because I don't know, I won't move at all. Here's the twist. No one worries because they enjoy it. A part of them believes worry is actually helping. If I think about every problem now, I'll be ready. If I keep thinking about it, maybe I can stop it from happening. And sometimes planning really does help, but planning has an end point. Worry doesn't. Planning asks, what can I actually do? Worry just keeps asking, what if? Then again, what if? And one more time, what if?
You can lose an entire night trying to solve a problem that hasn't even happened. And this brings us to something important. You cannot remove uncertainty from life. It's simply not possible. No amount of planning can guarantee tomorrow. No amount of checking can guarantee nothing goes wrong. No amount of reassurance can make the future fully known. So maybe the goal was never to become certain. Maybe the goal is to get better at handling uncertainty. That's a completely different skill. Instead of asking, how do I make sure nothing goes wrong? Try asking, if something does go wrong, how will I handle it? That one question changes everything.
You don't need to control every possible future. You need confidence that you can handle whatever future actually shows up. Think about a flight. You don't control the weather, you don't control the plane, you don't know exactly how the journey will go. But you don't spend the whole flight worrying about every possible problem. You trust that if something goes wrong, there are people and systems in place to handle it. Life works the same way. The goal was never nothing bad will happen. The goal is whatever happens, I'll handle it, one step at a time. So, what can you actually do about this? It starts with a small shift in the question you ask yourself. Stop asking, how do I make sure nothing goes wrong? Start asking, if something goes wrong, what will I do? The first question keeps you stuck, searching for a certainty that doesn't exist. The second question puts you back in control, because it's a question you can actually answer. You can also learn to sit with not knowing, even for a few minutes, without rushing to fix it. Not every what if needs an answer today. Most of them will answer themselves, in time, on their own. The goal isn't to remove uncertainty from your life, it's to stop being afraid of it. So the next time your mind starts running ahead into the future, pause. Ask yourself one simple question. Is there something I can actually do right now? If there is, go do that one thing. If there isn't, just notice what's happening. You're trying to solve uncertainty with more uncertainty. You don't have to answer every possible future tonight. You only have to deal with the part that has actually arrived. Maybe the most uncomfortable truth about life is also the most freeing one. You will never know exactly what happens next. That's not a flaw in life. That is life. The future feels scary, partly because you can't see it, but it's also the only place where everything you're hoping for still lives. The job you haven't got yet, the person you haven't met yet, the opportunity you haven't imagined yet, the version of yourself you haven't become yet. So maybe the goal was never to make the unknown disappear. Maybe it's to become strong enough to walk into it without needing to know exactly what's waiting on the other side. You don't need certainty to move forward. You need the courage to take the next step without it. You can't control the unknown, but you can learn to face it.